standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Ready? Katie. Check. Express. I'm coming after you.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive. Nope.
Statement calls.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 91 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Newton. He's going to air one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go. And this is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Ready? Take a set, ready? Express! 47. Here we go, here we go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there. Down.
Ready? Check 47. Red green. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Ready?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Set. Ready? Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Gun.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long...
Set. Ready? Let him know. Express!
They fake the give. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Down Panthers.
Ready? 780. Box 27. They can't hang with us. Ready?
Throwing again on second down. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Newton's pass is on target to Moore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On first down, it's Newton. This is caught. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Ready? 180. 47. Check, 47. Hey, tight. Express! Ringo.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz lighting things up, 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to pour it on.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was...
Ready? Look at it. Check my 47. I got you, pump. Express. Motion.
Newton on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is stacked.
On first and 10, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole.
Check, 47. Come on. 47.
On first down, Newton. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And my friend, I think...
Here we go. Gun. 180. There we go. Tighten up. Great. 56 is Mike. 56 is the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now Newton on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside.
Here we go.
Newton's going to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton, his throw incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0.